Alright, so here is the plan. We are going to be playing Blazing Salvo with Totems because, as you can see, the area clear here is just insane if you can stand still to cast it for a few seconds. So the idea is put down a few Totems and they can stand there and do like the 3 or 4 casts that it takes for this guy to basically clear the entire screen. Build that I am going to be using is pretty straightforward. The main mechanic is that I'm going to be using Soul Mantle, which is insane. It gives you an extra totem and a free level 20 spell totem support, which is great because it's a 7 link, obviously, and level 20 is really good on spell totem because that means it won't be as squishy. Sometimes you have a problem with the totems dying pretty quickly. Let's see. So yeah, the way that you make this work, with the major downside being that you get cursed when your totems die, including when you recast them. That brings me to what I was trying to remember. That's the reason why Soul Mantle is always cheap. So this is going to be a really easy item to get. It's cheap because the downside is huge. You get cursed every time a totem dies. We get around that by using 2 Kikuzaru rings. These can be slightly expensive, but nowhere near as bad as some of the alternatives. So we'll just pop on 2 of these for minus 80% curse effect on us, and then on the tree I'm gonna swing over and grab Sanctum of Thought down here by the Templar, which gives us the last 20% reduced effect of curse on you. This makes it so that curses literally do nothing to us, and we actually want to stack as many as possible for the reason that we are also using this jewel, Self-Flagellation, which gives you 15% as a medium roll, can go even higher than that, all the way up to, let's see, all the way up to 20% increased damage per curse on you. So you want to get as good of a roll on this item as you can. And so then once you're able to get like upwards of 10 curses on you, this just becomes an insane boost. So it completely like improves what Soul Mantle is doing for you. Just gonna flip back over to the tree again. So the way the pathing works is pretty straightforward. For a totem build, we're gonna get elemental damage, life. This is also going to be a crit build, so you'll see that we're grabbing crit up here, and then I'm also going to grab crit over here. Going to grab Shaman's Dominion, and then going to go over to Assassin for a little bit more crit here and here. And then, of course, the crit multi-nodes. And then again, the Ascendancy is going to be pretty obvious. First, grab the totem nodes. This is also going to be a Mind Over Matter character, so you grab the mana node down here, and then last you can get Conviction of Power. So the keystones, like I just said, Mind Over Matter is going to be important because we aren't grabbing that much life. Instead, we're going to be grabbing a ton of mana, especially like over here. That's going to help us sustain a lot, considering that we're low on life. And our other keystone is going to be Ancestral Bond, so that we don't do damage, but we get another totem. That gives us 4 total. But we're going to get even more than that with a Shaper Shield. Not going to be able to get this at first, which is fine, but when you're able to, this is relatively budget. You can get a Shaper mod that gives you +1 to max totems, which brings us to a total of 5. I think that's pretty much everything. In terms of links, obviously I don't have the gem info for Blazing Salvo yet, but because we have a 7 link, I think it's going to be something like GMP. Obviously Blazing Salvo, and then I think GMP, maybe something like Fork. I'm not sure how well that's going to work. But then Fire Pen, Immolate, Controlled Destruction, Combustion, these should all be fine. You can probably drop Combustion or Immolate, one of those two, if you only have a 5 link. And yeah, that's the whole build. The last thing I'll say is if you get insanely rich, you can swap out the shield for Adziri's Reflection, which makes you immune to curses completely. That would allow you to respec these passives and swap out Kikuzaru for Essence Worm Ring. So you could run like Zealotry and Anger, which would be even stronger. So yeah, this is what I'm going to be playing. I hope this is helpful for you guys, especially if you're interested in playing this too. But if you just want to follow along and see how good it is beforehand, I'm definitely going to be starting at this build. So come check it out on Twitch. I'm gonna put my link in the description. But hope to see you guys there. See ya.